Okay, so Ashes of Creation.
Looks like this is it.
They're using a process known as server meshing. And I'll go into as much detail as I have written down over the course of this. But the purpose of this that I gathered from their presentation was that it was to eliminate loading screens in such a large world.
Yeah.
Because like in Guild Wars 2, you have map boundaries, and you have a portal that you can walk through that takes you to the next map. And there's a nice loading screen with some cool art.
It has really cool art, I have to say. I really like it.
The painterly style that Guild Wars 2 has, if it's painterly, is fantastic. I love their loading screens. They make good wallpapers.
That's a win
do.
for us.
It's great. But okay, so that is what I think is the main purpose of why they're doing this.
Aced it.
Yeah, delay loading screens. That makes sense.
And then in my notes, they're like, I have to wonder if Guild Wars 2 would be capable of this because their server structure is pretty similar. However, I don't know if it would be, because what they're doing is that so in Guild Wars 2, each map, or rather each server has map instances.
Yeah.
However, for Ashes of Creation, they zoom in a little bit. And there's like a chunk of the world map. And that gets assigned to a dedicated, it has one server for that, is from what I'm seeing.
That's from what I understand, yeah.
And based on player population, they will actually scale, like they'll zoom in a map region and then assign more servers. So like, take a square, right?
Right.
That's your square of the world map. It's assigned to one server. If a bunch of people are in that square, suddenly, for simplicity's sake, divide that square perfectly into 4 squares. And now each of those squares is assigned a server.
Right.
Like, that's how they'll break it down. And in theory, if you kept increasing the population density of a zone, they could keep zooming in and doing that.
That's
But
pretty
it doesn't have to be. But it doesn't have to be perfect squares.
Yeah.
But like that's the idea of the server meshing, right?
Gotcha.
Now there's a benefit that they get to do with this, because, or not a benefit, but like there's a problem they have to solve with this, which is when you hit the boundary of a server, the character has to then move to another server.
Right.
Now, look at us go.
Then how do you accomplish that without
And
a
how do
loading
you
screen?
accomplish that without a loading screen? They actually, when you reach an invisible barrier that's closer than the world map,
Yeah.
sorry, just penguin. When you reach an invisible second barrier, the game will start loading you in. Will start loading a copy of you in on the other side.
Right.
So like, think of the boundary between 2 of these servers. You can't see the boundary, obviously, but when you hit a boundary that's farther back than that, to give the game enough time to transfer you over.
Well, once you get close enough to the edge between servers, the servers will start passing data to try to prepare
The swap.
there.
Yeah. And it'll make a copy of you on the other side. On the other server. And this is because their game is like open world PvP based, which means I'll never play it, but this is still cool tech. But it's so that there's a seamless PvP, so you can't like old Monster Hunter your way out of a fight. You played just enough Gen Ultimate to know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, no. Just enough.
Oh look, I'm about to get hit by a huge attack. Let me just slip on over to the other zone. All right, cool.
Yep.
So you basically see that there's no loading screens breaking up the flow of combat.
Yeah, which is super
Notebook
Yeah, it
entry
is super
complete.
cool because
Let me know when you're
basically
playing something new.
the really interesting thing about this cloning process is that, you know, one of these copies is assigned as not the player, right? And then the main one is the player. But when you hit the server boundary, to load quickly, well, all the data's already over there. They just switch which one's the real player and which one's the copy. And that's how they do that's how they do the swap.
It's neat.
Yep. But yeah, so then the presentation goes on to talk about their version of microservices. And for I don't know what those are going to be, but the way Guild Wars 2 does it is anyone who's played Guild Wars 2 has probably for like a decent amount of time has probably seen the login server down message pop up from time to time,
Valuable.
Yeah.
Blast 'em.
but you're still playing the game.
Yes.
Login servers are down does not mean the servers are down.
Hey, luck's on our
Right.
side in the water.
Makes sense. No, as it should be, because login servers shouldn't be actual servers.
Well, they are a
Well,
lot of
I
the
mean,
time.
They are a lot of the time.
Whoa.
But it
not
would
in
make
Guild
sense
Wars.
to decouple those.
Yeah, it would make sense to decouple them, and that's a microservice.
Even I've ever seen
That's
that
neat.
before. Huh?
The microservice of
Favor you in
the server that handles logging into the game
Guess we can't observe it anymore.
is separate from the game,
Darn.
so that the
Yeah, I have
login
to
server
say
can
this-
break.
This Hugel gold thing, when hitting ships, that's a lot of gold.
Smooth and steady sailing.
Yeah.
Please continue.
Yeah, no, that's the example.
Yeah. Login
Um,
servers won't break when
It's so
server stuff
blustery.
might have a
Nobody
hiccup.
better fall overboard.
but there is one concern that I noted when I was watching these presentations.
Yeah.
You might want to. Oh, you were out of boost. Okay.
A new
Which
item.
is that I don't seem
we
to
disembark on
see
it?
any sort of redundancy. They talk about something called
Going
redundancy.
ashore.
Yeah.
No, there's something that I thought was redundancy, but it's load balancing. They didn't talk about any server redundancy,
Interesting.
which brings up a valid, I should hope, concern of what happens when that server goes down.
Let's catch our
Very
breath.
important question.
How's this?
Does another server replace it? Does
Yeah, hopefully another server replaces it,
does
but
it kick everyone
that's
that's in the server?
not going to be instant. Yeah, that's the thing, right? We don't know, and I hope it's, since they have load balancing, that another server can just step in and take its place. But if
Yeah.
it doesn't, then that region of the map just goes dark for a while, which is not great.
I assume. Well, I don't know.
They
I
have to
don't
have thought
really
of
assume
this.
anything. They have to have
thought of this,
thought
and
of
they just
that
didn't.
or encountered it in the testing. Maybe they just haven't either come up with a super definite solution or just haven't had the chance to speak about it directly,
Yeah,
or it just maybe not coming up in conversation.
yeah, but for the amount of presentation I watched, and it was like over 90% of it,
Yeah.
they didn't talk about it.
Got him. Go show him. Look at this fool. He's nearly poisoned and on fire.
Nearly, but then he died.
Yeah, but then I put him out of his misery. I'm so nice.
I think there's something around here.
It is nice of you.
Something.
So, yeah, to end us off. like
I
that.
just find it fascinating the things people are trying to accomplish to make games that they want to make. Because Ashes of Creation is essentially a massive personal fan, not like a fan project, but it's a personal project that is being created because the guy behind it is like, I'm going to make a game. It's going to be like this, and he's doing his best to accomplish that. And I hope it goes well, because having this kind of server system be very, very nice in MMOs going forward. I'm gonna flub my words now. This is
Let's
the time.
go.
I, Torsten of the White Whale, word to stone, and a length of longing stare for lands now ravaged, will cause king or country to come back to us. Anguished, we abandon our arc far behind, seeking Bow's shade. Fresh, settled anew. Bow's shade.
Yeah, bow is how I would pronounce that.
Carried not by sea steed, but on coarse earth by foot, we trudge onward over a trail with no end. Trek was fraught with qualms, forecast bleak to the hilt. Unease great, yet no grievance could we allow. We walk, princess's hand wrapped round my finger, her parents gone, yet her gaze trained ahead. For moon's time, my goodness. For a moon's time, we migrated and searched after much sanctuary, sanctuary on shoreline bound. Karnak, Stone Hillock, we thought, we hide it.
Yep.
Hide it thenceforth, stalking upon it. I was doing so well.
Staking
Upon it. New seeds built as home. Dad's built as home. I was doing so well. The past is bygone, borne away by time's flow. Eyes fixed wakeward, foster no forward progress. Though my Norman pride I will ne'er relinquish, my bones resign to be buried in oil. May the path we trod, the pain we endured, serve as footway toward future of others. Upon the silent witness to my saga's end, I, Torsten Alta, writ a final word to stone. First half, I nailed it.
Yeah, you had it.
Second half, not so good. Same thing. Try to get this straight. Torsten took in Rollo and Leela's daughter. Daughter took on Torsten's name. Those descendants live on a part of the ball. Seems like a little strange though. Grimps is not from Karnak. That was my mom. If her last name was originally Malta, then everything checks out. Would have thought that I had ties to Torsten, Karnak, but this is a leaving wing question. Why would Grimps take on my mom's last name? He's the only one who can answer for sure. We'll be punching answers out of him soon. You can only move forward now.
But yeah, two big lore drops right there.
Yeah. My goodness.
Normans founded Karnak,
Norman's found a Karnak.
and we learn Torsten's last name.
Torsten. Ah, look at those ailments. Did it. Oh man, when we learned sweets.
Looks valuable.
I hope it's not salad of
That's
the Jello
not-
variety.
That's not lunch. Nobody would ever just.
Nobody would ever just eat sweets for lunch. My goodness. Say as you eat more
What?
Sour Patch.
What are you talking
Something
about?
else.
I would never.
They are good. Although I would prefer, because those are the strawberry ones, right? I would prefer they were a tiny bit more sour.
It's true, but it's fine.
Yeah, they're so good. Get made ASAP. Yeah, but that's why I like the peach ones over it. They have a little bit more sour
I see.
on the first taste. That's it, 100%.
Back to the boat. Yep.
Back to the boat.
All right, let's go.
To the boat. Bah, we don't care about it. Hey, that's not where I went. Whatever shall I do? Gives. Where'd you? She got a letter. We are sending a boat, and you have a wedding. Rip. Terrible. Making demands of the daughter yet. All this is so sudden. Circumstances in the seas are simply dreadful. I want nothing more than to get away, but would returning home be truly much better? It's that question you have to answer on your own. Whatever you decide, we've got no right to stop you. We'll even escort you to the ship's to the rescue boat ourselves if you want to leave the ship. Mr. Cohen. You just stole our dinghy? How could you?
We
I thought
were
you
just
didn't
using
like.
that.
I thought you didn't like it. Weren't you terrified? There's something that you could do. I respect you a great deal. If you your wealth and status live by your own terms, I didn't want you to regret that choice. Oh, gallant, I suppose. Stop by the galley when you feel up to it. Yep. Well, before that. Started the paper. You sure about this? I'm certain, yes. There was never any reason for me to waver to begin with. Yep. Does that end? Thank you. Yep. Clueless. Oh, no reason to refuse. Let's do it.
It feels like I've regained an important part of my childhood thanks to you. I won't give up on myself just yet.
True love must be attained for oneself. I believe I have come to understand that. No longer shall I run away.
Okay, I'm free now. I don't have random cutscenes dropping on my face.
Nope,
My
you still have to go
goodness.
back to the boat.
I'll have to go back to the boat.
Hey!
You didn't finish the other quest that you had originally came to the boat for.
Shut
Oh,
up.
hey, look, another quest.
Make the drugs, the super drugs. Do it. Oh, finished. Yeah. It's still sunflower?
Yes.
Same one I found. Oh my goodness, I did that.
Yep.
That's crazy. We'll find out. We're gonna cure him from whatever ailment he has. What's the idea, Doc? Is it the stuff you used on Callan? Poison developed, yes. Come on. Developing new medicines, testing their effectiveness on humans is only a matter of course. I was confident in its antidotal properties. Yep. What a fool. What a madman.
Or Chad.
I know. Knew you weren't just any kind of old doctor. Mad scientist territory, yep. Yep. If you think constitutes madness, then I must be mad. Yep. You're a fool. Not funny. Flabbergasted. That's a word. That's a good word. How could you?
No.
You did go overboard. Anyway, it's very potent and effective. Yep. Yeah, ingredients are exceedingly difficult to procure. Yeah, of course it is. My goodness. There's a whole massive quest chain for me to get to the cell set and flower. We'll get to cell set one way or another. Yep.
That takes care of that.
Wait.
All right, what do you get from this?
Full heal formula. Nice. But stop moving me.
No.
It's something.
I have things I want to make.
Yeah, you do. Oh, jeez.
There, take
There we
this
go.
with you.
Okay.
And
There was all of my potion materials.
You're not done yet.
But I don't want to
Okay.
deal with this.
Why not?
Something you want to make?
Hmm. Can't make this yet.
That's everything.
Convert gold to XP. It seems like grinding stuff.
Maybe.
It is, isn't it? Right?
Yeah. It's for getting
What?
XP.
Oh, SP. This would have ruined Karja.
Happy to make myself useful.
Oh, okay.
Hope it turned out all right.
You don't. Okay.
Happy to make myself useful. Happy to make myself
There
useful.
you go.
Okay, sure, yeah.
Just
I think you would have
just in
eventually.
case.
I think you would have eventually got all of those, but
It's
yeah.
fine.
Anything else? Thanks for stopping.
Yeah. Got a favor. Yeah, sure, a favor. Whatever. Treasure hunt. My goodness. Right here. T-chart. Person matter. I will keep an eye out. Termina Island in Northwest or Termina Island in Carnival. Yeah, what time allows? Simply telling me I could possibly not do this quest. You kidding me? Termina. Offshore.
Okay, let's go.
Sky's looking a mite dark.
My goodness. Imagine telling me I don't have to do a quest right away. What kind of game do you think I'm playing? Game. Is it playing a game where you can lock me into a quest for like 45
Remember seeing
minutes
this
because you
terrain
have
on a map?
so many cutscenes?
Let's
Make
check
sure
it
to
out.
start a crew conversation.
Oh, hold on. I'll line up so I can as much of it as possible.
Honest to goodness, Sea King's Throne, huh? I remember having our own pretend version back when we were little.
Oh, right. What a classic. We'd always
Salvage
We'll never know
successful.
what they'd always.
It always, yeah. Graved ring. Wrong. Yeah, we found it. Ring isn't worth much. You made it. Why'd you throw it into the sea then? The chest.
Why did he
What?
throw it into the sea in a chest?
What was it doing at the bottom of the sea? Anything to do with your about the capsize? Yeah, I should put that together already. I was a budding artist on Empire. I didn't have much on this struggle, but I did have a childhood friend. She was one of my content. Funny looking back at the happiest life. And one day, when my financial situation grew desperate to try to take a crack at forgery. Yep. They were still off the shelves, and the money was just too good for me to pass up. Caused quite a stir. Yeah, got arrested. Received some news. Taking a trip and gone missing. The more I put the pieces together about her whereabouts, the more I turned my eyes away from the truth. I figured I'd never find anything, but turns out our engagement really actually survived all this time. It's a miracle, though maybe an overly cruel one. Can't think of it as more fitting punishment. Blinded by gold, I lost sight of what was really important. Some help to be found in this. Then she kept the ring, yeah. Appreciate the words, but don't worry about me. I figured this is how things went, and now I have closure.
Yep.
Actually, good storytelling. My goodness. I think it's time.
It's time?
No, the side content. I can do main quest now.
No.
I lied to myself. I lied to myself. I thought I could. I thought I could play the
you-
game.
No, we already
Let's
knew
catch
about
our-
this one. We already know about this one. It's on the other island.
Switch out! Switch!
Am I crazy?
Yeah, there you go. Nope. There you go.
Okay, let's go. Let's catch our breath.
Yep. There's a pond up there, right? Yeah, Trainer May's standing up there looking at new Pokemon, so we have to go fight her now. There's an Alsagi. Thought the ship was stolen. For real? He's out here on a dinghy. I hope we get to kill him now. Talk about reckless. Real persistence there. Expected any less? I moved the heavens and earth to get my hands on the elusive treasure. Yep. You know, at least he knows what he wants doing it.
Also, you skipped over the important part.
Descended from him? Yeah. The ultimate pirate. Barbarossa. Trying to become a man who chased after his dreams and aspirations just as my forefather did. Well, I ain't about to let anyone stop me anymore. We have to steal the treasure. His aura! Oh no! Dar. Oh, I mean the great Captain Daedalus. Have the stats affect him. Ah, I'm bored. I'm bored. Taking forever. Still doing it.
I mean, he's still getting status when you're doing that.
Oh, he's poisoned now.
If you keep hitting him, you might burn him. Oh no, it's going down.
Why freezing though?
You might.
Poor guy's getting juggled. Quick, I'll slap him with my stretchy hand. Yeah, I got him. Still standing? Every scallywags won't be yielding to the treasure nearly my grasp. Yeah, sure. We can split it up. Watch it be like a sentimental mug. And it's like, yeah, we're gonna split it. Quick card, just axe it down the center.
Yeah.
Pressed by your passion. Yep. To the ends of the world for what I took. If that's the case, let's get it over with. Let's get it. Like, we pull out the chest, it's like, alright, cards are cut in half.
Cut the chest in half. All right, we can divvy up the contents.
But make sure you cut it in half diagonally like you would a sandwich.
Of course. I mean, how else are you gonna eat your chest?
Yeah. Chip's lying. Well, it's mine now. Only spoke of this in Legends. Record of the battle against Rollo. Got schmaltzy details. My goodness, what a magnificent treasure. I won't comment. That's the comment of itself. That okay. Anyway. Oh, Chronicle of Barbarossa. What was it? Seriously, just a ship's log? Those who sought out my hidden treasure, my journal. This journal is filled with memories of my glory days. It used up everything of value. And there's nothing left. Bad luck for you to come in search of gold, but the search must have been a rip-roaring time. We pray that you find your ultimate treasure. What in Hara's beard? There's no loot. I'm sad. Yeah, more than happy to take the long book off our hands. You sure? Yeah. No point in splitting it up like that. Yep. Not a fair trade. Good. Luxury steak extravaganza. My goodness. Take care. Never felt so exhausted making a wild goose chase for a measly buck. Look at my prize on Norman. That was fun, as Adel would say, because he's crazy like that.
I mean,
That is what it is about. Yeah. Oh, I swear. Let's get back to the Sandros.
That takes care of that.
All right.
yeah.
Back
Are
to the
we finally done? Let's see. I think we are finally done with all
Finally
of it,
done with SideQuest.
except for the Dark Sea.